Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my camera stand. There we go. So today I decided I would do the VEDA or Veda vlog every day in April. Speed up to the eye because you just don't. Okay, so right now I'm sitting in my bedroom and I don't have any makeup on. It is 10 o'clock at night and I should be doing my homework, but I just not. I can't even think about homework. And before you ask, yes, my hair's red. I don't know if it will really show up on camera. I took out my dreadlocks and dyed my hair red. Anyways, so I have 3 books, well, technically 4 books to talk about today for this vlog because it's kind of a March wrap-up, but not really because I didn't really read that much this month. I found my love in Sims again. So I played a lot of Sims. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing being a 17-year-old girl saying that. I prefer my Sims usually over my actual friends. Anyways, so I'm gonna be, I don't know if I should be a Debbie Downer or not. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the book that I loved this month. This is Divergent. Okay, I got this book, well, actually, I heard about this book like a year ago. I was like, okay, sounds like people really like it, but I knew kind of what it was about. Like, I read the back and everything, so I read the synopsis on, like, Goodreads and stuff, but I never, like, knew really what it was about besides that. And so every time I was like, I don't know, it doesn't look that interesting, but everyone had loved it, so I did buy it, and it's been sitting on my shelf for quite a while. And I read it. Okay, so I started this book Friday because I was home sick. I started this book probably Friday night because all of Friday I was playing Sims, and I was like, you know what, I need to do something somewhat productive. So I was like, I'm gonna pick up a random book. So I picked up this book, and I read about 100 pages. Freaking fell in love with it. And then Saturday, I read the rest of it. You know, no big deal. By the way, this book really is like 30 pages shorter because I have like all this random bonus material in the back, so holler at that, but I don't look at that. And it has the first chapter, I believe, maybe more than the first. I think it's just the first chapter of Insurgent, but I don't want to read it. I'm gonna wait till I get the book. So, oh my gosh, I'm joining the hype on this book. See, that's another thing. It's like, I was reading it, I was like, I don't know if it's worth this hype, but it is. It really is. Okay, so the next book has a lot of hype, but I am struggling through this book. Don't get me wrong, I loved, okay, let me just explain. Okay, so it is Perks of Being a Wallflower. I'm on page 98, and it's taken me forever. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm much more of an action, like, I love things with action in it, but I don't know, it's just, I mean, yes, there's a story, but there's something about this book that just doesn't intrigue me. I think it's the fact that there's a lot of internal conflict, but it's just, Charlie sometimes, he's too depressing sometimes in this book, and being someone that has just gotten over depression and is still in depression, like, I'm clinically diagnosed as depressed. It's hard for me to read. I don't know if any other people feel like that. I still find the quotes amazing, like, I've highlighted stuff in here, you know, and I think it's a good book, but I haven't found it as one of those books that I'm really intrigued in. I'm still gonna finish it, but it's definitely not, for me, it's not a page-turner as Divergent was. By the way, Tristan 4, totally called it. That's the only thing I didn't really like about this was, yes, I liked the romance, but it was just too predictable. I don't know. She should have ended up with, like, Eric. Not that I don't like 4. I love 4/Tobias. But when I think of Tobias, I think of the guy from Criminal Minds, Tobias Hankel, that kidnapped Reed and had two personalities, so I don't like that name. Sorry. Okay, so the last two books I have to talk about. The first one I'm in the middle of, which I really like. It's If I Stay. It's a very, again, this was another book that had a lot of hype, and I bought it at a used bookstore, and so I finally got around to reading it. I like it. It's very interesting the way it's written. I'm not that far into it. I'm on page, what, like 30, 40 something? Yeah, I'm almost 50 pages in. I really like it, but it's kind of weird at the same time. I don't know. So, I will see how this turns out, and I will let you know. But this is gonna have to be put on the back burner because I just got a new book I have to read for English, and I'm not disappointed because I really wanted to read this book and I don't own it. It's Into the Wild by John Krakauer. I own two books from him. I own Into Thin Air and Under the Banner of Heaven, and I've read half of Under the Banner of Heaven. Such a good book, and I've heard a lot of things about Into Thin Air. I've never actually read it. I've seen part of, I think they did a movie, maybe, or something like that, about it. And then I've read excerpts of it in English. So I'm really excited to read this book. And because it seems really interesting. It's, on the back it says it's a travel essay. I think of it as kind of a biography, but like just about this certain time, slash memoir, but not really. So I think it will be a really interesting read. So yeah. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And trust me, tomorrow's vlog is going to be so much worse because tomorrow is so freaking busy. But I will upload it and I'll see if I can figure out if I can edit videos on my phone, because most of them will probably just, because most of my all my videos on here are not edited to the slightest. So I don't know how that's going to work with Veda. Alright, bye guys. I don't know. Mine like this 70. Peace.